Because I'm so sick and tired of these resellers coming out of their mouth with some snowflake garbage bull publicly. You could have DM'd me. If you had an issue, you could have DM'd me, but you needed to get on the video that you feel was liked because you need people to go to your channel and check out your shitty content. We are still here. What is good, Hustleholics, man? What is going on? Been a minute, but there's a lot of ish that's been happening. We have a lot that's been going down, man. You guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been looking at different types of content. We're trying to regrow and rebrand the channel, but we're still doing our thing in the whole retail arbitrage space. But still, we are getting into some kind of conflict where we have haters out there. And we're going to get this right off the top. We're not even going to wait to the end. We're going to get this right off the top, because what happens is when people come for me publicly, it's never going to end well for you. So we're going to sit here. We're going to spit some facts. If you guys don't know, we're going to get into meat and potatoes later. But first, we have to address the little schoolgirl nonsense that's going on now. It appears that resellers now don't like it if you say that they pick a crappy product to show their audience. It seems that the ego of resellers in general has become so inflated. They feel that they are the one-up. They are the God. They have all the answers, all the juice. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not the case. It's just not the case. And guess what? We have receipts. So we're going to break down some issues. If you don't know, I made a video of findit.flipit. I made a video of findit.flipit. If you guys don't know, this is it right here. Are Amazon FBA sellers even making any money? Retail arbitrage with findit.flipit. I did a react video, as I do with many resellers. You guys know I do react videos. We've done Amazon Trapper, we've done Primetime, we've done Gurus, we've done Kicks. What's his name? Clint there. Oh, I can't think of his name, but whatever. We've done many resellers. We've done Ryan Resellers Infinity. We've done lots of resellers, but apparently people want to blow up because you say they sourced a shitty product, and apparently some egos can't handle that criticism. We made this video here, and Rebecca left a lengthy comment on it, which we're going to go over. But I want to rewatch the video because I really want to know if you think that I actually shit on her in this video. On her, meaning, you know, talking mad ish about her, her business, anything like that. Let me know if you think I have said anything bad about Rebecca in this video. We're going to take a poll at the end of this video. We're going to get right into the meat potatoes, man, because look, I just got to get this out of the way because this is absolutely ridiculous what was said publicly about me and what I do. And it's laughable that another reseller would get that butthurt over another reseller. First of all, you're lucky I even picked your video to react to. You're even lucky that I picked you. I know you think you're bigger than you are, but let's humble you a little bit, because when I come hard and I come with receipts. Let's get right into it. Findit.flipit here says how to get paid just for shopping at Ross. Retail arbitrage. Checking in with other sellers to see what they're doing. Is it real or is it crap? Checking in with other resellers. We're just looking at what other resellers are getting. Let's find. And I had to bring the boss hat out for this one because, man, I'm telling you right now, they need to know. And out. Rebecca, what do you got for us?
We are back to see if we can find any profitable product at Ross today.
So today, doing retail arbitrage at Ross, I'm gonna start in the men's because I really like to look at the men's shoes. And then Easter's coming up, so I want to check out some of their Easter stuff. And then I'll make my way around to women's and beauty. Look what I just found, these UGG men's sandals.
we're good.
I've never seen
Those are so ugly.
$20.
Ugly because they are.
Uggs, those are ugly.
They are ugly.
But they probably sell for whatever reason.
Are we upset about that? Are we upset that I said they were ugly?
So this is something that I'm just gonna Google and see, like, if they sell on any platform and what
That's
they kind of sell
interesting.
for, because I can't sell them on Amazon and I can't sell them on Walmart. So
I did find them on StockX, but there's no data. Not a single sale has been made. Nothing. I mean,
Just says this shit's ugly, bro.
Bad size, but
Ugly. They are. Yes, they are ugly. Ugly. And yeah, that's right. I still don't have YouTube Premium. Deal with it.
you need to be right now thinking about like Easter, Shore, Mother's Day, spring items, summer, back to school. Back to school is going to be here before you know it. My opinion on back to school, like times,
We're just chilling.
like the best times,
We're just watching
in
it.
my opinion, is anywhere from like January 15th.
What up, J Rowe in the building, man, in the chat. What's good?
Oh my God, I know. Sorry guys, the Ross alarms got my brain jumbled. I know. That was actually that was a good effect right there. Cuz the alarms, you can't go into a Ross without the alarms.
To like August 25th ish. So, with that being said,
You could tell how ultra processed this part is cuz she tried so hard to get the alarms out.
So let me explain that because I have to over-explain everything in case snowflakes are offended. When I say your video's over-processed, because I've been editing for 7 fucking years. When your video's over-processed, it means you're trying to minimize the backroom sound. It's processed so many times, you can tell in your voice, right? That's not a diss. I don't know what was found offensive in this video, so we're gonna pick apart every little snowflake piece of this video, okay? Ultra-processed, meaning you sound more muffled to get the background noise out because the Ross alarms never shut off.
just came across this Champion backpack at Ross for $13, $12.99.
Okay.
Now, when I scan this, I only am looking at this from a back to school perspective.
Yeah.
So I only care about what it was selling for during the time frame that I just said, and
Makes
my
sense.
opinion was the best time frame for back
Makes
to school.
sense.
So I want to know what it was selling for last year. Last year during back to school, it was selling for anywhere from $27 to $30.
Okay.
Everybody's doing FBM with this though because the FBA cost is like $12.
It's ridiculous.
Which is stupid. You can
Yeah.
ship this for less, way
Yes.
less. It's so light. Anyway, I don't offer free shipping.
Yeah.
So regardless, the customer's going to pay for shipping.
That's the one thing I wish Amazon would do, man. Amazon leaves it to us. Like if the weights and measurements are off on products on
Yep.
Amazon, then they just kind of go with it. So if it's wrong, it's wrong. Like Amazon does nothing to try to rectify weights and size and measures and all that shit unless you submit some kind of form to fix it.
So far, anybody see a problem with this video? Let me know.
Put in a buffer of $2 just in case if maybe it is a little bit more than what I'm charging for
Peter K in the building. What up, Peter?
shipping, but odds are it's not going to be because this is so light. It's not like a big bulky backpack either. So I'm gonna bet that I could sell this FBM, not a problem, between the times that I just said, July to August, like 25th, for $27. And with that being the case, Nepetto let me know that I'll make almost an $8 profit on every single unit. And right now,
We try using that Nepetto app. I don't like it.
I found 3
I will tell you, I did try using the Petto app, and it's trash. I hate that app. Sell an amp for the win. Nepetto is garbage. Don't even bother.
units so far, $13 each. So easy money. And Champion is such a great and underestimated brand to be selling on Amazon.
I agree.
Heard it here first. Found another winner. I found 2
Agreed.
so far, but there's definitely more because I see a lot of pink. These messy Adidas shirts only
Bet you can't sell Adidas now, can you?
only $15 at Ross. They retail for $40, and that's what Amazon is selling these for on Amazon. Now, I know there's like weird stuff going on with Adidas, but with Amazon, but they let me list this and sell this as new. That's been like people's issue.
Okay.
It's not letting people like list and sell Adidas as new.
Right.
I just checked I can list and sell these as new.
The
Amazon's
Okay.
$40,
but
I'm not even quite sure it's still
$13.
profitable.
I'm gonna take the price to 32 and
Is it profitable?
and try to
Rebecca,
Let's see.
show us how it's profitable.
to compete with Amazon.
Are we offended because I asked you to show us how it's profitable? Are we offended?
I want to see the screenshot because I've dealt with things at $15, buying them at $15, selling them at $40, and it's just not worth it.
Which is facts. We've been in this game over 7 years. We've done lives. We've shown everything from scanning it to buying it to shipping it to all that stuff. We've done it all. We are not new to this game.
Let's see the screenshot.
That's just my own personal preference and what I want to do. So we're going to try it out. I found 2 units so far. I'm still super profitable.
There it is. Boom.
So there you go. Look at that screenshot. That's the screenshot that was posted. Okay? That's the screenshot that was posted. Well, guess what? We found the same product here. We found the same product so we could compare apples to apples as of today, as of this live. And it looks like the numbers are a little bit better by like maybe $1 or something like that, right? The numbers are a little bit better. So if we look, I know my head's in the way. But if you look at her profit, right? It's basically the same. Now we put in the same thing, $32, $15. You can see the profit right there. $6.30. At the time that she was sourcing, the profit was $4.28, right? So they're pretty close. It does not incorporate, these numbers are not with placement fees and shipping because these numbers are so close together that you're telling me that shipping and placement cost you $2 more. No, it's not, because I'll tell you right now, the estimated sales, let's see, $32, $15, 28%. My numbers say average cost $17.75. I'm just trying to compare apples with apples. Profit margin, blah, blah, blah. So they're pretty close. It's not including shipping and placement because you're not getting away with that for less than $2. You're just not.
Oh, see, it says sale price, $32. You might not be able to see because my head's in the way, right? Cost price, $15. Okay, look, $15 on her own app. It
Compare
says
it for yourself.
$15. The sale price is $32. It says the profit
Compare
is $4.28. That's shit profit. That's shit.
Okay, there we go. Is that something that you're offended with? Because I said that that's shit profit. Because $4 is shit profit. Unless you're buying hundreds, which you're not. Right? So when I do these review videos, I go through and I let people know from my perspective if I think it's a good buy or not. Right? Right.
Just not worth it. $4.28. That's not even enough to cover the referral fee and the shipping into Amazon. And if you were going to do FBM, is this FBA or is this FBM? Amazon one FBA. I think she said FBA. But FBM even I don't know. To me, that's not a good product.
So let me ask you this. Is that wrong? Is that shitting on somebody's video by saying that I don't think it's a good product? By saying it's a shit buy? Is that shitting on her?
$32, and I'm gonna, of course, FBA.
I think it's a fair evaluation. FBA gonna make $4 profit, but you're not gonna make $4 profit, and this is what nobody talks about. And listen, even people that I like Rebecca. There you go. I said I like Rebecca, but I don't think this is a good buy. I like findit.flipit, I do, but nobody talks about the shipping into Amazon. Nobody talks about the placement fees that you're going to have to pay into Amazon. That's like $1, $2 by itself per item. So you're not going to even make, you're not even going to make you might make $1 profit. It's not worth it.
Like,
also, let's see if she shows that she actually bought this stuff.
And let me ask you a question. Even if the price fluctuates up, down, side to side, round and round, you're not going to make $4 profit.
I'm not saying she doesn't. What I'm saying is, let's see if like she actually, like she might be talking, hey, you could buy these $4 profit, but
Right.
I'm telling you, man.
Right. We don't know if she actually bought the product, and that's not saying she didn't buy the product, but did you buy the product?
It's not a good product.
Or are you just trying to show people what you can buy? We don't know. We don't know. Because you're just saying this is a good product, but it's not.
I'm gonna try to at least find 5, which I think I can. There's so much pink. So 2 more, so now I'm at 4 units. Already almost at $50 profit. So let's keep going. I'm kind of done with the men's.
Sorry if you hear that in the background. My wife making a protein shake.
Clothing. I'm gonna now go to the socks and the hats and then the toys. I just found the Nike socks at Ross that got me banned from Hibbett. They're $17 though, so they're a little bit high, but I mean, I have such a history with these socks, and I know that they sell so fast.
And it's not my fault. The volume on the video is low. It's not my thing here. It's just the way the video was recorded. She probably has it so processed because Ross is a very noisy place.
Yeah.
So well.
It's a noisy place. I don't think I've shitted on this video in any way so far, with the exception of saying that I thought she was going to pull the trigger on a shitty product. What?
Ooh, I want to get them so bad, but at $17, they're like a little bit high, and there's a good bit of sellers. I would be doing them FBM as well, and I would be charging for shipping, and some of these people aren't charging for shipping. So I'm going to leave them. There's so many units here. I'm going to leave them in hopes of them going on sale.
I got to get this part out of the way, man. We got a good show.
Even if they're at
But I have to address this.
$14 or $13, they do $12.99.
I'll tell you why when it's
I'll
done.
leave money and I'll buy them then. I just found these Adidas hats, Adidas Originals hats.
Yep, and I co-sign that. Full Scale Resale says that's why we stand by the $10 profit or pass. Yep.
Yes.
And honestly, you kind of opened my eyes to that too, because it's just, we get so hooked into the way things used to be, right? Sometimes we forget about the inbound shipping and the placement fees and all the other bullshit that we have to pay.
For $10 each. Somebody's trying to sell these on Amazon for $40, which is crazy. There's somebody else on an FBM at like $32.
Hold on. Let's go back here for a second. Profit margin, break even 21.60. Oh, I can't really see the issue, the stuff there.
Which is crazy.
$32 plus $8 shipping though.
There's somebody else on an FBM at like $32. I'm finding these literally for $10.
But it's 32 plus 8, so they're really on there for 40.
So why is he yelling?
We're laughing, whatever, even though the guy can yell, but it is annoying, but the guy's yelling, I understand. We've all been there, right? Walmart, we calling people out.
The alarms are not for not yelling. There's somebody else.
I feel the same way.
We're laughing. Nothing wrong.
There's a good bit of these. I'm literally going to buy every single one. I'm going to send it.
All right, let's break it down. $10.
Okay, you ready? Second product. Let's break it down. You have $10, $30, right? And on the screenshot, we have, let me see, $7 profit, $10 cost. You can't see. Hold on. I gotta duck. Jesus. I gotta move my big ass head or something. Maybe this way, some shit. Profit, $8.30 now, then $7.12. $1, $18, $17, $18. $1.18 more. That doesn't supply for shipping fees and placement fees. And there's a reason why I'm pointing this out.
Sale price $30. Profit $7.12. Better.
There's a reason why I'm pointing this out.
The sales rank is 458,000. So what's the BSR on that?
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. BSR on that.
That's
so
what we
the
do.
BSR on this. Let's take the ASIN. Let's look it up, right? Because this is what we do, right? We like to interact.
I think even when
so, let's see. BSR UPC is.
We looked it up then. We looked it up.
88825 413
What do the numbers look like then?
413 2827 2827. Let's see, BSR. That's what we want. BSR. Top 1%. Well, 519,000 now. So it's not even 458,000 at the time. Right now it's currently 519,000, but still top 1%, 13 a month. If she bought it for $10, let's put it here. They're actually selling now for 41.
So for 41, because at the time they were selling for 41, she has a sale price of 30.
76, and the profit is $17.09.
$17 for $10 more sale price, even more. What's 7 plus 10? 17. You did not include shipping, placement fees. You're not making $7.12 profit. You're not.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
99 cents. So I hope she held on to those because, well, there's only one seller on here.
Now I'm being a little bit aggressive now, but when I made this video, we weren't being aggressive. We were analyzing. We were just looking at the products. This one I actually thought was a good product because at the time it was selling for 41. I was like, yeah, it's a good buy.
There's only one seller on here with two in stock. It would be interesting if that was actually her, which I'm not going to say the brand just in case it was.
I even had the respect to not call out the brand that was selling it. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Calling one of your buys a shitty product is not a being disrespectful to you.
Interesting.
These out FBA. And then I'm going to sell these for 30. And like I said before with the other Adidas stuff, like there's some weird Adidas stuff going on. But again, Amazon is letting me list these as new. So why not? These Nike hats, only $15.
How's Nike turning out for you?
Selling on Amazon though for 32. I'm going to FBA these. There's about 4 units. There's one here, and then there's some over there. I feel like it's always hat season, but it's definitely about to be hat season for sure. Because
I can never find hats at good prices in Florida. Massachusetts I can.
One I haven't.
Never Florida.
They don't really go on sale here in Florida. Every now and then they do, but I don't really have any luck finding hats.
I haven't really seen anything Eastery here, to be honest with you.
Eastery, I say that too.
And stuff.
We're making light. We're saying I say that too. I don't see this as a asshole-ish video. Do you? And I want you to be honest.
Not really seeing any. I would say my favorite things to source in Ross are the men's shoes. Ooh.
See, she does a lot of shoes. I don't bother with shoes a lot of times.
So we don't comment on
A bunch
shoes.
of swim stuff.
Because we don't do a lot of it.
here. Start scanning this for summer. Trust me, trust me, trust me.
Stop the cap.
Anyway, I would say my favorite things to source in Ross are men's shoes. I would just say men's, period. Like men's shoes, clothing, hats, underwear, accessories. Men's, period. They always seem to have some of the best stuff for discounted. I have liked the toys section. I will say that. I have found some good stuff.
I do like the toys. Toys is our favorite.
Toys are good. We like toys.
Category to source in Ross for sure.
I'm good to check out. I've already made.
Oh, she didn't spend much time in toys.
We even cracked a joke.
Shirts and backpacks.
I'm trying to figure out where the disconnect is, because when you see the response that I got, you will understand why we're doing this live tonight.
I'm good.
Walking out of Ross again, almost $150 richer.
You're holding your camera and holding your mic. Where's your bag?
Let me know down below what is your guys' favorite thing to source at Ross. Like, where do you go right when you walk into Ross?
Where's your
Thank you guys
bag?
so much for watching. And
I like findit.flipit. I like Rebecca. I do.
I mean, again, I say I like it.
as always, let's keep finding and flipping. We are back to see.
I do like Rebecca. I do like findit.flipit. You know what I mean? I do. But, you know, it's not the most transparent video. You know, it's good content to show you, hey, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. But did she buy it? Hold on. Did she buy it?
I'm good.
Walking out of Ross again, almost $150 richer. Let me know down below what is
Are you though?
your
But did you
guys'
buy it?
favorite
Where's your
thing
bag?
to source at Ross. Like, where do you go right when you walk into Ross? Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, let's keep finding
Where's the bag?
and flipping. We are back.
Where's the bag?
Where's the bag?
Okay. All right. Maybe she bought it. Maybe she bought it. Maybe she didn't. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't see nothing in that back seat, bro.
Who knows?
Right?
Man, that's that. That is that.
So, again, tell me. I'm going to put a poll up right now. And I want to know, did I take a shiitake? Did I take a shiitake on her video? I want to know. Did I shit on her in that video in any way possible? The response I got was absolutely ridiculous. Over-emotional, egotistical, self-righteous bullshit. It's a typical reseller garbage response. It's an insecure response. It's someone who's so insecure with themselves, they can't handle somebody saying that they made a bad buy. They can't do it. It is what it is, and they can't handle it. The response I get is so ridiculous that somebody had said in the comment section, let's visit the comment section. Somebody commented and said, I only subscribe because you are transparent. Please don't stop. Thank you. And then somebody said, was thinking the pedo incorporated those costs into the overall equation. I might be wrong. And this was Rebecca's first comment. It does. It does. Ready? Let me actually blow it up for you so you guys can see it. She said, it does, LMAO. This guy has no idea what he is talking about.
Shut up, bitch!
Meanwhile, I don't need to wear low-cut shirts and show my for clicks and views. Number one, let's get that straight. Number two, I've been in this game for over 7 years. I've sold millions of dollars on Amazon. I know what a good buy is, and I also know what a bullshit reseller is.
You're full of shit.
So yes, I do know what I'm talking about. So this sparked right here. I saw it, and I responded accordingly. I said, tagged her, maybe make that clear when you're trying to be transparent. Also, it incorporates for placement fees as well? ? I didn't think so. Rebecca, we aren't mind readers, right? So maybe work on better communicating before you push shitty product buys for clicks and views. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ha! Next time, show that you actually bought the product. Now that response was definitely a dig. Because you said, I have no idea what I'm talking about because I said you were making a bad buy. So what did you do? Let's see. We have one simp here. That's our girl, Rebecca, blah, blah, blah. Buffalo Picker in the building, man. Love Buffalo, man. Where is the bag? That's right. Where's the bag? Primetime treasure hunter. Well-respected reseller and YouTuber. Doesn't seem worth it. It doesn't. Somebody said, you like her, but hate on her, which I wasn't hating on her. I said she had a shitty product. One out of the few that she was reviewing. If you're using SellerAmp, you could factor in inbound shipping. Yes, we know that. Riding all around for $4 profit an item is crazy. Gas, time, shipping cost. Where's the profit? There is no money. She cool, but worked too hard for $4 an item, which is, in my opinion, true. One return from the customers, you're in the red on profit. 100%. Let's actually like that one. That's actually, we agree to that. Let's see, another one. I like her also, but you would have walked out of there with a full cart because you would have looked at toys also, which she just mentioned them and walked out, LOL. Right. The difference between me and her is I walk out with full carts or I walk out with no carts. I don't F around with little piddly profits anymore. That's not how we do our business. It's not profitable to do that. This isn't 2017, 2018. You can't do that and be profitable. Let's see. This one says, tell her to make me a protein shake. Oh, shit. Since I'm in Florida with the hookup on Richie's podcast. Oh man. So she made a big comment here and went ballistic with it. You ready? We're going to read it out loud. She posted this publicly on my video for everybody to see. So we're going to bring it back. And it says, "This is crazy, LMAO." And people are clearly picking up on it in the comments, which we just went over, and the majority see that that product was trash and not worth it. So we've already defunct that lie.
Stop the cap.
Because you, let me see. What is the point of this? The point is because I do reseller reviews. I review other resellers and I check them. And I see, are you buying profitable products? Are you not buying profitable products? I'm not afraid to go over anybody's view here. Continues and says, because you do not know how to make original content, so you take someone else's video and try to shit on it, but try to border yourself by saying, I'm being transparent. I don't think Rebecca even watched the video. She's just a headline reader and a very over-emotional woman. So I think that's probably the case here, because I'm not sure what part of that video I was shitting on her. We might be shitting now. We might be taking a dump now. But then we weren't doing it, right? Of course, this is one of, it says, using my nil to get more views because you do not know how to get them on your own. First of all, you are not that popular. You are not that good at what you do. You are not popular at all. If you weren't a female with a pair of fake boobs, you probably wouldn't be anybody. And you would just be like anybody else. But go ahead and keep using your sexuality to get you clicks and views. We all know how that goes.
Finish him.
Of course, this is one of your most viewed videos like this. Really? You think at the time when I looked, 600 views is the most viewed video? Are you confused with maybe from your channel? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Using me to help... This is laughable. Using me to help you achieve that. As someone who supposedly does RA, you should know that maybe when I'm scanning, or maybe whatever, scanning, it shows $4 profit, but maybe in 2 weeks it could go up to $8 profit, or in 2 weeks it could go down to no profit. Also, everyone has different sourcing guidelines they're okay with. True. Mine are above $4 profit. Sorry to hear that. Why is that a crime? It's not. And nobody said it was. We just said we thought it was a bad product to source. That is the beauty of selling on Amazon. You can have your own methods, guidelines, and opinions, which I am always 10,000 open on what mine are. Okay. What else did you say? But then you say, but hey, if you need to keep using my name and image to help your bills, by all means, continue. Hey, glad I got your permission, because we are. Because same thing with the ready? Now this is where she gets evil. Because with the podcast that I spent a lot of time with you on, you really think you spent a lot of time with me on the podcast? Don't worry, we got receipts for that too. Yet to see a cent, but you have begged me to promote it because you wouldn't know organic social media engagement if it slapped you in the face. So now we're getting with the insults on a comment. First of all, I never begged you. I thought you would have been good because you were a woman who liked to flaunt your tatas on social media, and that's the only way you know how to get attention. That's the only reason you get booked, and that's the only reason why anybody ever watches you. So I thought I could bring that attention to the podcast. However, why would I have to beg you to promote a podcast that you're part of? Shouldn't you go above and beyond to do that on your own? We've had to restart it 3 times because of your unreliability, which we have receipts for. Don't worry. We have receipts for that. That's coming up. Okay. That's coming up. If it's slap me in the face, like, are you talking about how your engagement? Should we go over your engagement real quick? Let's actually go over your engagement real quick. Let's see. Somebody who has 130K subscribers. Let's see. Okay. 1,400 likes on this. What else we got? 943 out of 130. 100 likes. 100 likes out of 130K. What else? Next post. 144 likes out of 130,000. Okay, keep going. You want to talk about organic growth? 194 likes. That's organic growth. 97 likes. That's organic growth out of 130,000. 278. Maybe you think that's good organic growth out of 130,000 followers. 119 likes from a month ago. That's organic growth. You know organic growth. Find it, fake it. 189 likes. Is that good growth? Find it, fake it? I didn't think so. I didn't think it was either. So, back to this. She continues on and says, oh, and as for the bag, why it wasn't shown. Again, you call yourself the content, quote, monster, which I am. Thank you. Thank you. LMAO, you should know that's why. Overwhelming. It's very overwhelming trying to film and scan and buy and read data and the noise. It's so hard. I can't do everything. I just want it done for me. Somebody help. Cry me a river, Sally. Everybody knows for 7 years I invented live sourcing in Walmart. It is not that difficult to film, do your profit, do your thing. That's what makes us great. And that's the difference between your follower count and my follower count on YouTube. And that shows how much I've earned on YouTube and how much you wish you could earn on YouTube. That's another story. And you also know I have a health. Here we go. Ready? Anybody who can't or feels they can't win an argument will have to throw some kind of pity party. And you know also that I have a health condition, which amplifies that for me a lot. I won't mention the health condition. Everybody has their issues. We'll move on from that one. Maybe I simply just forgot to add in the bag checkout process because I stood in line for 30 minutes waiting to check out. And this is where they try to guilt trip you, right? This is where they want people reading this to be like, oh, poor Rebecca, poor find it, fake it. She can't. He's being such a bully. He said she had a shit product. Mind you, all I said was you had a shitty product. Get the hell out and finish the video. But if you actually liked somebody, which I said I did multiple times, not so much now, maybe you would consider that, right? But you know, I didn't buy a ticket to the pity party. I don't have full access to Pity Party Express, okay? But next time I'll make sure to show myself wiping my ass too, so I don't come off shady. Best of luck to you. And you know that I had to respond, which I did. And my reply was as follows. Pandora's box. Here we go. 1, I don't need to use your name. You aren't that popular, nor good at Amazon. That's why you need to peddle your course. So, settle down, Karen. I also didn't shit on your video. Just pointed out some bad buys, in my opinion, which I am entitled to have. Factual statement.
Finish him.
I never begged you to do anything. You always took more than an hour to reply to any text. You were never reliable. And quite frankly, you started to talk to Amazon Lit behind my back with your snake tactics. Even Christian said your participation in the podcast was lackluster and didn't even know why you were part of it. 3, the funny thing about creators like you is that you have limited knowledge, so you push your, that was supposed to say sexuality, out on the public to distract them. 4, I review all resellers. Amazon is boring to me, which is true, which is why I don't do a lot of sourcing videos anymore. It's boring. I choose that. It's been like that for a while now. It's no secret. I make whatever content I want to. And I'm not owned or sponsored or bought by anyone. I do what I want. I say what I want. That's how I roll. I've always rolled like that. 5, to be honest, the video wasn't even bad. Your ego was just hurt because I said you sourced a couple bad products. Is that a crime? So being the woman that you are, you took this to level 100 million because of your ego. You mentioned social media engagement. You mean how you have 130K on IG with most barely over 100? That's not organic. That's bought likes and followers. I told you from the start we weren't making anything off the podcast, and it's because of you I had to, because of you and your unreliability, why I needed to restart it 3 different times on 3 different channels. Nobody wants to see you wipe your own ass, no matter how low cut your shirt is. Stay in your lane. Best of luck to you. And guess what? We aren't done yet. We aren't done yet. Because I'm so sick and tired of these resellers coming out of their mouth with some snowflake garbage bullshit publicly. You could have DM'd me. If you had an issue, you could have DM'd me, but you needed to get on the video that you feel was liked because you need people to go to your channel and check out your shitty content. You could have DM'd me privately. Reezy Resells did when we had our little thing going on, and now me and Reezy, we text each other. We're cool. We got it straightened out, but we did it privately, but you want to come public. So that's cool. I'm going to give you the attention that you deserve so well. So let's move on to the next thing. Since you have such a big mouth, let's bring some more receipts. Check this out, right? This is text messages between me and Rebecca, because everybody needs to understand how the frustration of working with this woman has really been. Because we had Amazon Lit was sponsoring the podcast. Amazon Lit, Eric, was hooking us up with the podcast. He was hooking me up. And what did I do? I simply told her, we had Amazon Lit sponsoring the podcast. And from the start, I told Rebecca, hey, we could try to monetize this or not. I tried to change one of my previously monetized channels to the podcast channel because I wanted to see if we could make money from the jump. And then once we were making money, we could talk about it. And I communicated to that to her. I said, listen, at first, we're not going to be making anything because we have to see what's going on. The channel didn't work out. So I restarted on a second channel that she and Amazon Lit know about because I keep receipts. That's how I do it, right? I don't just talk without receipts. I bring receipts. So we started a brand new channel. Brand new. 0 subscribers. And I'd said to her, it's going to take us a while to get to monetization. But let's see if we can do it. This was communicated to both parties. And then after realizing she was not pulling her weight that you'll see in these text messages, I just decided to put the podcast on my main channel, which is why you see it. Because me and her are not partners. Amazon Lit, that sponsorship got fucked up in the last quarter because I had to restart it because of irresponsible people. And shame on me for entrusting someone I had no idea about, okay? But let's go through these text messages because I bring fucking receipts, okay? Let's go. It first started like this. Hey, would you be interested in co-hosting an episode, right? Talking to your boyfriend about his rental business, blah, 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 right? Yes, amazing. Thank you so much. I am a lot. Oh, this is out of order. This is out of order. But like you could see here, I'm trying to get her boo, who does Toro, on the podcast. Okay? Look at the timestamps though. The first text was at 2:35 p.m. And then I followed up at 6:39 p.m. 4 hours later, no response. I get a response at 8:16 p.m. That's 6 hours after I initially text her. This is based on unreliability. Oh, yeah, that's the thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail. Okay? Let's go next. Ready? Let's go to next. I'm messaging her. And how would you like it if you had somebody talk shit about other resellers? I was actually caught back by this one. I'm asking her if, have to figure out, but I'll let you know, because part of this podcast journey is going by what other people are available at, right? Because I was having trouble booking people. Everybody likes to talk a big game. Oh, I'll be on the podcast. Sure, no problem. And then they cancel last minute, or they don't want to do it, or they say they can't do it. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? And I said, message like 7 or 8 people, and I'm just waiting to hear back. So definitely keep you updated. I was pretty transparent. And she said, out of left field, as long as none of them is Jas Hustles, I will do it. LOL. Now, I have no idea who Jas Hustles is. So I said, who the hell is that? And she said, great answer. And then she said, this bitch who rips off my content and ripped off my entire MSC speech and made it into a YouTube video. Now, I'm kind of caught off guard because I don't know who the hell Jas Hustles is. I have no idea. So I said, oh my God. She said, check her page, check her most recent video. People send me this shit. And I'm like, this bitch is sick. Looks real fucking familiar to one I posted like 3 days ago. Oh my God, I have to go look now. Hold on, is what I said. She said, my speech at MSC was how I guarantee my ungates. 3 days later, she makes a YouTube video. F this sorry ass, I don't know what she said. Uncreative bitch. Imagine this reseller out there in the community blasting another reseller because she thinks that another reseller is copying her. To me, that's crazy. And she represents different things, right? She has different, this is the way she's talking about other people. Then she says, F the sorry ass, oh, she said fraud, uncreative bitch. And then she sent me the message that she sent to Jas. Jas was brought to my attention. Like, this is how ego-filled this woman is. This is how crazy this find it fake it is, okay? Jas, it was brought to my attention multiple times, right? Which, probably like once or twice, right? About a guaranteed ungate video you posted on YouTube. Blah, 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 right? You can read it if you want to pause, go back and reread it. However, when you go off and copy my exact speech, word for word, and try to play, was it word for word though? Or are we just over-exaggerating? I don't know. You could go and find it and be the judge of that. Right? Sorry you feel this way. That was never my intention. So even after being attacked, this Jas Hustles was actually pretty nice to her. I think pretty like how I was pretty nice to her after I was attacked, right? And I said, you have balls. I like that because that's how we roll, because I bring receipts. So I said, so the podcast studio is completely booked on the 16th. You can read this if you want. This was at 7:40 p.m. on May 12th. Okay, May 12th. I'm trying to get things booked. And I said, I also have guests like Lucas Prada, another guest, which was a gay guy who makes bank with OnlyFans, because I thought that would be good content. He's a gay content creator who does OnlyFans. He lives in a penthouse in Miami. It's good content. And I wanted to get him on the show. Bunch of different people who make money. Are you interested in sitting? Now, this is May 12th at 7:40 p.m. May 13th at 4:49, I sent a little gift that said, okay, thoughts? This is the next day. And then I get a response 24 hours later. Unreliable. Just unreliable. Every single time. Every single time, unreliable. And then I tried to make plans again. May 16th at 4:13 p.m. And again, May 16th at 6:30, 2.5 hours later, I get a text back. I could never get an answer within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour. Could never happen. You have to understand, when you're running a podcast and you have to work on other people's schedules, meaning the guests, and she wanted to be a part of the podcast, you have to know answers and you have to move quickly. That's how it works. That's the only way it works. Because if you wait, guess what? They're not waiting on you, the guest. Next, 21st guest, I said the 21st, blah, blah, blah. And then she was hard to make plans with over the summer. So I had to go around her schedule, which I was happy to do. So then May 18th at 10:05, I'm like, yo, I got this. She said she had somebody. She said Monday, Thursday, Friday at 3 slots worked for Dean. She was going to try to bring a guest on. I said, I have Thursday. Then she said, and then I said, again, 24 hours later, because, bro, she told me that she had somebody. And I respond because, number one, it's first thing in the morning. And I was trying to give her a taste of her own medicine, if you really want to be honest. So I said I have Thursday off. I have Thursday the 23rd at 3:30 open. No response. The next day, is Dean confirmed for Thursday at 3:30? Because she said that he could do Thursday at 3. And then literally 4 hours, 28 hours after the original fucking text that I said I have Thursday the 23rd. A ridiculous amount of time. Sorry, we're at a V-ball tournament. No, we can't. Okay, so now I'm starting to think this is all type of red flag type of shit, man. This is all red flag type shit, right? So then I try again. June 4th, I describe who I got. We're trying to figure out dates, times. She's telling me when she's gone. When she's gone, she's pretty hectic. Then she says our practice was moved from today to tomorrow. So I'm sorry, but I can't make it on the pod tomorrow. So she's canceling on me. Just overall unreliable. And shit's crazy, man. Like here, 10:49, June 18th. And then again, June 18th at 4:50 p.m. 7.5 hours later, I'm like, Rebecca, hello, McFly. Is anybody home? Like, are we, hello? Are we here? And then at 7:09 p.m., more than 2 hours later, she says, it's just, shit is just comical, bro. It's just comical. It's just comical, for real. It really is just comical. And it's sad. It's sad that somebody who claims to teach people and put people, you teach courses and all this other crap, that you're this unreliable, at least when you're working with somebody else after you expressed pretty good interest in it. So here I said, I've tagged you all over IG. She said she literally hasn't gotten a single notification. Really? Like IG isn't attached to you at the hip? So I bring receipts. Bro, right there, you're tagged. And I show you that I tagged you. But you're going to say you didn't get it. And it just goes on and on. You can pause it if you're watching the replay. Just ridiculous amounts of irresponsibility. 5:22 p.m., 2 hours later with the eyes like, hello, give me a fucking answer. And then at 8:12 p.m. from the original 5:22 p.m., I mean, we're talking like next level frustration. And it just goes on. But I bring receipts. And if I was Jazz Hustles, I'd be pissed. I even tried to help her with the Amazon influencer program. Signed up and make money this weekend. Because I told her about it on a podcast show that you probably watched. And I explained everything. I told her everything. Put my number as the exception, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, we need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. It's a grind to get ready to be monetized. I'm telling her I added her. And I'm like, yo, you busy tomorrow to connect? This was at 6:30 p.m. 2 hours later. Wednesday, Thursday is better for you. 2 fucking hours later. Every single time. And then I said, you know what? Actually, I can't do tomorrow because my daughter's turning 5. It was like my daughter's birthday we were celebrating. She's texting me back that I helped her. Let's go. I helped her with the Amazon influencer program. Like I set this girl up for success in so many different ways besides her stupid ass reels and her stupid fucking shorts with her overlapping words that don't even make fucking sense. You can barely understand the sentences that she's saying. And that's all I do is help people. That's all I do. And she's asking me, should I link products? I'm reviewing it. She's asking me all this advice. And I'm like, bro, she's like, thank you so much for your help with this. I'm like, anytime. Really glad you got approved. Going to crush it. Well, I'm just helping her. We're just helping each other. Like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand where that fucking response came from. And it pissed me off because you did it publicly. So I need to come with receipts. Caught up. First episode's going up. Would appreciate it if you could start promoting it because you've never promoted the podcast. You've never promoted it on a post, on a reel, on a story. You never promoted it, not once. Or maybe you did once or twice, but I would have never known because you never tagged me and I've never seen it. And I said, if you could start to promote and tag links, etc., to the videos going forward. If we are a team, then we are a team. We need to work to monetization, meaning she knew we weren't getting paid. So remember back when she said, and I've never seen a cent from the podcast. Chick, you knew you weren't getting fucking paid. Please, I bring receipts. Please, you need to stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
If we're a team, blah, blah, blah. So if we pump out our posts with us about the show, it should grow, no problem. Like, come on. Ready? And again, hey, Rebecca, can you help promote the podcast? The show's up. Maybe a few stories. Maybe talk about being a co-host to have to get this some attention, which she never did. That's the link to the first episode. I gave her the tools. New episodes will now be rolling through and being edited to put up. The harder we promote it, the quicker we will get this thing monetized. Okay, I will. She knew we weren't getting paid. So to say that publicly, that you were deserved any kind of monetization, that I never paid you a cent, you're trying to imply that I screwed you over monetarily when you fucking knew you weren't getting paid? That's some scumbag shit. Trying to get in on one of the managed for Club 11 in Miami, which I know personally. His name's Winter Michael. Great guy from from Boston, which we never ended up talking because I had to switch lanes on the podcast, which is a shame. But this just goes to show unreliability, never got back to me in a timely manner, never promoted the podcast. Just absolutely ridiculous. I said, we need to promote hard. Okay, cool. Never did it. Then I'm asking her, do you have availability? 10:53 a.m. And I'm like, yo, free Starbucks. And I never got answered back. Do you understand? So with that said, that shit is like corny. To leave that comment and lie publicly lie on the video. Corny. Straight up corny. And you know what? You tried to have your little mic drop moment, but all you really did was ruin a friendship. That's all you did, because you were over emotional. Your ego, your head is too big. You think you're more important than what you actually are. Nobody cares or knows who you are, so you have to beg to be a part of MSC, the Miami Sellers Conference, so you can talk to people who don't give a shit about who you really are. And it shows in your organic IG reach. Please give me a break. Please. Just unbelievable. So I needed to just get that out of the way, because there's no way in hell I'm going to allow some egotistical Amazon little reseller who doesn't know her ass from her elbow try to talk ish and bad about me or my name and expect me to not come hard. Shit is just beyond crazy. And I didn't even want to spend that much time on it. But I felt like I had to bring all that shit attention because I'm getting DMs being like, yo, what happened with you and Rebecca? What find and flip it? I thought you were cool. I thought you blah, 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 blah. And now everybody knows. I didn't shit on her video. I did not shit on her video. Let's see what the poll says. The poll says 71% says no, I did not shit on her video. Which I did not. That video was not a shitting. If that was a shitting, you would have known that was a shitting. Let's check out some of the people that she was calling a bitch and saying that she was a fraud and all that stuff. Let's check out this Jazz Hustles girl. Jazz Hustles, entrepreneur, lifestyle, business owner, 61,000 on YouTube. So maybe Rebecca's just a little bit jealous, right? Maybe she's just jealous of her. I know she has more than her on YouTube, right? Let's see. Find and Flip It has 3.72K, but she knows organic growth, right? Let's see. Thumbnails are horrible. Look, this is the type of content she has to do. Look. This is the type of content.
Time, here are 3 things that I would do immediately.
You see what I'm saying, right? Hey, yo, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, bro. It's a joke. Jazz Hustles. This is the girl that she was calling not so nice names. But a fellow Amazon FBA'er. She has a course. She's doing her thing. I've never heard of her. I'm not subscribed to her, and I'm not going to subscribe yet until I watch some of her content. But I just wanted to see her profile because it looks like there might be some jealousy there, you know? She's got 61.5K on YouTube. The other one has Find It Fake. It has 3.7K. And then on IG, Find It Fake. It has 130,000 130K followers, and Jazz Hustles has 148K. So there might be a little jealousy there. Maybe that's why she called this young lady here a bitch, a fraud, uncreative, blah, 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 right? And you saw the response that Jazz gave her was a very, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know that, blah, blah, blah. It was a very easy one-sentence answer. No need to get into an argument. And that just goes to show you who the adult in that conversation really was, you know? You had Karen, and then you had Jazz Hustle. So shout out to Jazz for handling that pretty elegantly. You know what I mean? You handled it better than I would have. That's for sure. Just not going to happen. So unfortunately, you just got... And I'll catch you on the next one.
Let's get money, motherfucker. Get money. Get money, motherfucker.